we know that Kathleen is ready to go, and we can go ahead and just bring her in. She's been a channeler for 12 years or so now, embarking on her journey, and she has her own group and brings in the aspects of love, which is a very deep and detailed group of entities, and they prefer to deal with things which are not so 3D oriented. So if you can keep your questions to the spiritual realm, extraterrestrials, those sort of things, it will flow much faster, and we will turn it over to the aspects of love and Kathleen Whitehead. Thank you.
Hello. Um, Thank you all for inviting me, and uh, I'm feeling this group, and it certainly is high vibe. I would like to take just a couple minutes to tell you a little bit about myself, and then what the plan they've given me is for tonight. It's not going to be just the aspects of love. Um, I was an accountant for 42 years, and then at age 50, I became suddenly single and embarked upon my self-discovery and concentrating on the 3D because I didn't know anything about the wider world. And then, and I worked very diligently, experienced a whole lot of serendipity and uh, interesting things during 10 years. And then I actually thought I knew myself so perfectly that for my 60th birthday, I danced a tango demonstration to prove how cool I was. And shortly after that, I met someone, a seer. Her name is Iva Nasser. Um, she she looked at me and she said, "I see your soul. You're not who you think you are, and you have a mission and lots of gifts and so forth." And instead of walking away slowly, I started listening because it sounded important and it sounded familiar. But I didn't really believe I had anything going on. So I started touching on the metaphysical realms and studying this and that and experiencing this and that. And then when I turned 65, I had a spontaneous mediumship experience where I gave a reading and didn't even know I was giving a reading. But the gal next to me burst into tears. And everybody, I don't know whose eyes were bigger, mine or everybody else, but I thought, well, okay, maybe I ought to explore this. I'm 77, so I've been doing this for 12 years that I accepted it. It has been a progression. I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning and still experiencing. And one of the things, and I do a lot of different kinds of things to help myself. I work with the infinity wave. I meditate. I do all the standard things. But I'm also at this point in time, I'm a channeling the aspects of love, but I also channel a number of other entities who come in kind of spontaneously. And I've had some experiences. I've had recently a DNA harvesting from my arm, and it was kind of interesting. Um, but just in the last couple days, I met a fairy who I've asked to come in tonight, who gave his light language. And then I'm also a Bigfoot experiencer, having been guided to ride the train all the way to Canada, to Vancouver, and camp for 5 days in a Bigfoot area, and I had really interesting things happen during that. So I've asked my friend Dadu, who is a Bigfoot shaman, to come forward. And the aspects of love, um, they are a group of beings of all kinds and varieties who bring their highest aspect of love to bring supportive messages to whomever. Um, so light language came on in 2017, and again, that was one of the experiences that I didn't expect, but it just rolled out of me. I believe that I had been experiencing it before because I had involuntary hand movements. There were just things. There were just things. But recently, I've channeled water, and I have connected with Three Eye Atlas, and whoever I basically set the boundary that I will not channel anything that is of my highest vibration or higher. So that opens up a lot of doors. Um, I thank you, and I'm not sure who will be answering questions, whether afterwards, because they have pushed and prodded me to take a more active role as myself, which I don't really understand, but okay. I have agreed to do anything that is comfortable, that is benevolent, that is helpful, healing, and of the highest vibration. That's my rule. Okay, so I would like to start out with a little prayer to open it, and then I'm going to ask Tamak to come in first. He's the fairy, and we'll see. Hopefully, he's here. I've had a lot of energies around me all day, so I think he is. Um, Dearest divine universe, source of all, part of me, and I am part of you. Please help me in this session this evening to bring forth helpful, beneficial, healing, supportive, loving messages for this group and anyone who happens to find this at another time. I give deep gratitude for the honor and privilege of doing this work. I thank you for being here with me. I ask that my human ego set aside and become the observer of this session. Thank you. I invite Tamak. Hello, gentle souls. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you to our friend Kathleen, who has graciously allowed me to use her facilities, her capacities. We wish you to know that there will be more and more interactions, more and more contact, more and more people who sense, feel, and express the languages, whether it is the language of light or the language that is translated into your language. We just wish to thank you and give our deepest gratitude for your willingness to embark upon this journey and to stay the course. We want to also remind you, as you have heard and will hear, we are all cheerleaders for you, and we are all watching with bated breath at the wonderful expansion that is happening on our planet. We will stay with you, but in quiet now for the next few minutes. But we give you our love. I invite Dadu, my ever loyal companion. Aya tatabagete, siana kete sikata ayete, siana na aya la ya tapateke sikatai, ha hayate, tania na ayatata, pakete, satia tate, tia na ya tapatakosikete, siatata, tatiana te, si siatata, pata a leata. Hello, divine ones. I am Dadu, your humble servant. We live with you here on your planet. We love with you here on your planet. We have been here for eons, and we watch you as you progress. We are not always safe with every human, but we do recognize that those with the tender hearts, those with loving feelings, and who have the highest intention with their interaction with us, we work closely with them. We are your brothers and sisters. We are here to help and protect and expand the love that you have for our beautiful planet. We have worked tirelessly to protect her, this beautiful planet, and to enhance her. And we will show ourselves eventually to those who are ready. This one that hosts us has been with us for more years than she realizes. We were there when she needed us. What you don't know is that we are often there when we are needed, but we do not let you remember us until that time that it is time. But as our host can attest, when we do introduce ourselves to chosen people, it will be a familiar feeling. We leave you with our love, our deep love, our respect, our admiration for the progress that you have made and are making. And we wish you to know that you can call on us. You may not see us, you may not feel us, but we will know. With our deepest gratitude for you, we will leave you now and yield our time to the next beingness that wishes to come through. We have a message from that beingness that you have named 3i Atlas. We will begin by sharing our frequency. Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. We wish to assure you that we are here in our benevolence. We are here as a frequency. We are here as a representative of the ancient longing for connection. We are here with our love. We are here with our wisdom. We are here with our transformational frequencies. Thank you for entertaining our presence here. We will now yield to our friends. Of course, we are part of them and they are part of us. I now invite the aspects of love to come forward. Hey, 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 yanana, yetete, eatata, apatekataka, shikate, ta, ata, yanana, ealata, patikate, etia. Sa, sianana, pekete, e, tiana, tata, ta, pentete, etnia, shata, piata. Greetings. We are here. We thank you for inviting our friend Kathleen. There are no mistakes, no accidents, no coincidences. we have asked her to come and introduce us to you, to the larger audience. We have some reassurances for you. We realize and we see and we observe that the world is in turmoil, in chaos, in frantic movement, in frantic grasping. And we will assure you that this is part of the transition, the transformation, the transmutation, the metamorphosis that you are going through. Take heart, because it will subside. You, as aspects of love yourselves, are winning, winning, winning. You are bringing more love to the collective energies of your planet than those who are seeking to counteract that love, if you will. You are participating in the regeneration, the rebirth, the uh, chrysalis, the transformation. You are all part of it. And we ask you to continue to be that loving source. Do not be dragged into the drama. Be the observer of all the wonderful things. And also be grateful for all of those who are showing all the absurdity, all of the seeming unlovingness, because of course they are part of us, they are part of you. They have taken on the um, the role of being the contrast that must be seen, that because the contrast allows people to see it, observe it, and make choices of what they want to be. And we are seeing that there are lines of acceptability being crossed throughout the world, throughout your planet. And as each line is crossed, somebody says, okay, that's enough. I'm going to think in a different way. And be patient with everyone who is making their choices. Be patient. You also observe that all of the earthly uh, upheavals are happening and changing, and the weather and the volcanoes and the earthquakes and all of those different orchestrations are our dear Mother releasing, reforming, rebirthing herself. We wish you to just be as joyful and find as much fun and be as open and loving as you possibly can. And always remember that at your asking, there is much help available to you. There is much support, as someone already said, that we are all cheerleaders. We are all watching. We are all participating, because as you evolve, we evolve. As you progress, we progress. Because we're all part of the same beingness, the same drops of source that are here to experience. We want to again give our gratitude for this opportunity. We wish to leave you now with a bit more of our energetic language, and then we will open for questions. We thank you. We love you. We adore you. We are proud of you. And we can't wait to see how your further progression. And there are many beings who are waiting in their form to meet you. Thank you. Bidi, si atapati to ni anamat koshkatai, ay, tadamana ketesh katai alaya, ta ete, amanda koshkate ete, manandike e me atatkajaya. Is there a question that we can entertain?
Christiana, please.
Thank you. Greetings and much love to all unseen that are participating here.
Thank you.
I had an interesting synchronicity this evening. Right before this meeting started, I happened to watch a part of a very dear musical operetta that I also sang with a choir many years before that is all about fairies. So I was watching the beginning part, the entrance of the fairies and their song and dance and all this. And I would like you to share, if you can, how do the fairies view this particular artistic expression?
I asked Tamak to answer this question. We adore dancing and singing and jumping around and expressing joy. What we will share with you is our beautiful Kathleen danced for many years, and she suspects that that was part of her light language, that that was the beginning of the opening, because there was so much joy, so much joy. The dancing and the singing, the all of those expressions, what they do, the effects of these activities. There, can you imagine all the energy that is being stirred up and vocalized and shared? It's fairies absolutely adore when people sing and dance and even jump around. You notice little babies jump around and wiggle around and move their bodies to musical uh, uh, things that they hear. So, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ray, please.
And Tamak, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you so much for coming in. This is a great pleasure for all of the beings who have joined us this evening. But that energy reminded me so much of the hybrid children which have come through. Can can you share more about them and how they are related to the wee folk, please?
Well, as we have said, as you know, we're all one. So if you can imagine that all of the beings of all different varieties have, we'll say that they have houses, or they have um, not boundaries, because they spill into each other and they move around. But so if you have a, a house that is for the fairies, where they eat the kind of foods or they enjoy the kinds of things that they enjoy, next door is a a land of hybrid children. Next door on the other side might be the land of colors. But they all can intermingle. But you know, when they are associated with each other, they share things. They somewhat learn from each other and adapt somewhat habits. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Does it answer your question?
Well, anything else that you have to say in that regard would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Just imagine all of the varieties of beings. And as you know, hybrid, just by the word itself, is the the joining together of at least two different varieties of beings, which forms a new ability to experience in a different way. Uh, but just imagine that all of the different kinds of beings that are in this conglomeration, that they're all getting together and creating other beings, because they might imagine, oh, I want to enjoy this particular um, uh, sensation that this being has experienced. So I'm going to imagine the creation of the combination of the two, or the three, or the six, or whatever. So in whatever ways, and it happens in many, many different ways, but the source is ever expanding. And of course, as humans, you may not understand that they are both infinite and expanding. So that would be what we would add to that.
Excellent, and thank you. Can you tell us a little bit more about the role of the we folk in open contact, please?
Well, they're forerunners, of course. They have been around and uh, introducing themselves and being very active and vocal in many different cultures. So they are kind of softening the road in a way, because they are already around, acceptable. Um, they're forerunners, way showers, um, softening the uh, the distance, decreasing the distance between humans who have thought that they are the supreme beings, and other beings that are also supreme beings. Does that make sense to you?
That makes great sense, and I really appreciate that example to put that into perspective. Thank you very much. Jennifer?
Hello, I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you very much. I am Native American. I'm from the Ojibwe culture, and I am so happy that we are all finally on the same page with these things, such as the little people and the Sasquatch, and all of these beings that I have been taught about since I was a young girl as being part of the reality and being the forerunners for these wonderful things that are happening. So I thank you and I honor you for bringing these through for us. Miigwech.
We wish to express our gratitude for the role that you as a culture have played in the development. It has not been an easy road. And we are hopeful that because you are very spiritual, because you are connected and have been connected and have never lost that connection, that you can now enjoy the recognition and the honor and love that you deserve. We speak to you as a representative of all cultures that have suffered at the hands of those who did not understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a small question about something that was said about patience and have patience of the choices that others are in the making. I see that as maybe half non-judgment of anything that is happening out there. Anyway, can you add to that?
Yes,
Patience?
it
Yes.
is neutrality. It is the observation. And the thing is, there are those who have not reached the knowing that you have reached, and so they are still immersed in the day-to-day conflict contrast. And the goal is, the thing that will happen is the melding together, the bringing together of love and of understanding, and that eventually, and we are not going to put a time frame on it, but eventually there will be a utopia of love and understanding and cooperation, while still experiencing um, the individuality that you have chosen as a species. So, as we have observed in this place where individuals who are experiencing the drama still in the old ways, if you will, in the yuga, or the time frame that where there was control, and a control by fear, those individuals, there's this is an oversimplification, but there are those who are in fear, and there are those who are in control. And both types or categories, and it's much more complicated, of course, but they have volunteered so that, so think of a third person here who is seeing the control exerted onto the fearful, and they're observing that, and they're saying, wait a second, this is not acceptable. We don't like the way you are treating this person, so we are going to start a new path. And that person in this position is the one awakening, but that person needed to see both those other categories in order to come to his human decision that he wants something different, his awakening, if you will. So as you are someone who is in the observer, you can watch and you can say, okay, here's we're going to call them the bad guys and the good guys and the awakening guys. And the recently awakening guys are going to be kind of confused and they're not going to quite know what to do. So that's where you come in, because you are just the example of love, of neutrality, of not worrying, of not being drawn into the drama. So that is, like I said, it's an oversimplification, but that is the purpose. So we have those who have incarnated knowing full well their role was to be the bad guy. And we have those who incarnated knowing full well that they were going to be the fearful ones. And there will be, there'll be a guy from the bad guys and a guy from the good guys. They're going to kind of say, okay, I don't want to be in that group anymore. So they're going to awaken. And then you guys are going to be there as the example of love. And it all boils down to simply that the essence of us is love. The essence of source is love. And that's a word that we call it. But it's a good word. It's a human word, but it's a good word. Does that help?
Yes, it does. It's a beautiful, beautiful word.
Yes,
Christiana,
it is.
Christiana, please.
Hello again.
Hello.
I have a bit of a silly question, right?
We like silly questions.
I'm glad you do. Okay, so we know that our higher selves and our guides are with us at all times, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, and sometimes they give us hints and sometimes we follow them and it's all well and good. But I was wondering, what are they doing exactly when we don't follow the hints and we completely, are oblivious to anything happening and we don't pay attention? What is happening on the other side?
They're planning their next move.
Ah.
And we're going to tap into Kathleen's human experience of doing just that. At the beginning of her journey, once she learned that she may have something else to do, she was a dancer, a ballroom dancer. And so she would go and enjoy the dance and the drama. There was a lot of drama in 5 to 7 days a week. And at one point, she broke her foot, her left foot. And she didn't even go to the doctor because she wanted to keep dancing. So she finally went to the doctor. They diagnosed as a broken bone in the foot. Spent 10 weeks in a boot. But the thing is, when it was time to go dancing, she just merely took the boot off and danced again. And meanwhile, her guides are saying, okay, we've got to get her focused differently. And so within a year, she broke the other foot. Only this time, it required surgery, and there was no choice to continue dancing. So what they are doing. Of course, they love us. They don't judge. They're not even disappointed. They're just going, okay, that road wasn't a strong enough hint. That was not a strong enough nudge. And during the times that you are working, you have to give permission. So they can't just come down and say, okay, this is time. This is what you're going to do. They have to just kind of nudge. Okay, give you a reason to change course. Kind of like your intuition, that you're all developing the following of your intuition, and the intuition is getting stronger. And that's basically all the energies of guides and so forth. But they are lovingly figuring out the next best way to guide you. Now, the thing is, you can ignore that, ignore that, ignore that, ignore that, ignore that till you die. And you're not going to be judged for it. You're not going to be less loved. They're not going to get frustrated. They're just going to try to help because they are in contact with your higher self. The meeting is, and the higher self, no, I know she needs to focus on something different. So let's see if we can get her permission to guide her to go forward with that. That was not a silly question.
Indeed, yes. And when you described, I had a very similar thing happened to me that caused me to stop singing. And after several years, ironically, I had a lot of synchronicity telling me to start singing. So I haven't understood that fully yet, but maybe I will in the course of time.
May I offer a possible suggestion?
Please do.
That your singing is your light language. Your singing is a way to communicate the lovingness that you are meant to give to the world. When you had to stop singing, you were not where you are today. Now, the singing. It's just like any other form. Light language can come in every form imaginable. Does that make sense to you?
Yes and no. I have always sung in choirs. It wasn't my own singing. So would that still be considered as a kind of an expression of light language?
Absolutely, everything. So if you're singing in a choir and you're singing your light language to those who have not joined, they may not even know what light language is, but your light language is giving them love. So how nice that you have many people who are right next to you who are enjoying and benefiting from that heart to heart language.
Thank you very
Does
much.
that
I understand, yes. And I now indeed you are right, because now I am more conscious of the magic of music, and I have also consciously twice projected Verdi's Requiem to the whole of the universe. So yeah, I do it
thank you.
differently now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Heidi, please.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for taking this time with us. My question is a little bit
of a personal question. It's about a dream I had, a very short dream in which a a masculine being said to me, he said, "You are," and he described how I was, but I had to put a name on it, and the name I used was, "Oh, you mean I'm a Pollyanna?" And this kind of has a bad connotation outside the dream, outside the dream world. And I'm wondering, is there a useful role for the Pollyanna, or should we be tuning into being aware of what's negative as well? You know, what's out there that's negative?
There is the only thing for you to be concerned with is not out there. So if there is a negativity to that particular word, then within you find what that negativity is, because it is a neutral word. But I would like to give you a different way, a different word, and that is liver of joy.
That's how I felt like I said it in the dream, but then I was like, Pollyanna.
And so that particular thing is a little bit of a pointer to you to assess what makes you feel that that word is negative. What societal influence has given you that negativity? What are you afraid of about being called a Pollyanna?
Mm-hmm.
So those are when you experience something that you deem negative, that's a wonderful pointer for you to search within and ask, why do I feel that this is a negative word? Words do have energy and frequency. And so when you have a word that gives you a negative feeling, change that word to something positive. So instead of, research for yourself, is there something you're afraid of in that word? But also change it to your joyful self. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yeah, that gives me a good confirmation. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Aspects of love. Wow, such a beautiful feel.
Thank you.
In the most recent experiences that I've been having in group settings with friends, with like-minded people in particular, even in larger groups, I am feeling a level of connection, heart to heart. Others are feeling that it's becoming increasingly more and more and more uh, available and apparent. And of course, with that goes the fact that we're becoming a little bit more telepathic, more connected. Uh, it is very palpable. Can you, from your beautiful perspective, add?
This is our joy to hear. Embrace and enjoy and revel in that experience, because that is not the experience of everyone. You are correct. It is our goal. That is what we wish to accomplish, is that everyone moves from their heart. Everyone uses their heart to make the decisions rather than their brain. And this heart connection will increase the gifts such as telepathy and all of the other names of gifts that are intrinsically yours, but they have to come from the heart. We call the heart, or think of the heart, as the seat of love. We give our heart to someone. We use the heart symbol for Valentine's. It is an expression of love. That is no accident. The more you are within your heart, the more you, this sounds a little silly, but the smarter you are, because you're coming from the heart, not from the brain. The brain is just a thing, a mechanism, but your heart is the beating soul of your human body. And what resides in there is the essence of love. You are very fortunate that you are experiencing more and more of that connection. And please continue, and please expand it, and please share it everywhere, because there's still work to do. And not every one of us in this gathering have the opportunity to feel this. But thank you for sharing that, because we all need to know that it is there, it is coming, it is possible. There is no mistake in you mentioning this, because this is part of the message, and we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ray, please.
And thank you again for all of these eloquent answers and all of the love frequency which has come forth. Since this particular energy and frequency is new to our group, except for a few of us, do you have any personal messages for anyone who may be in attendance, please?
We do not delve into personal messages, but we will say that each of you has the capacity to do every single thing that you can even imagine. And we urge you to push your imagination into whatever beautiful thing you think you would like to try. So just know that within you, you are part of the all of magic. As a human, you have been put in a box that that makes you think you are restricted to being within that box. But you have the capacity. If you wish to do light language, find your light language. If you wish to do telepathy, find it, open up to it, experience it. Whatever you can imagine, you can experience. Was that helpful?
Yes, for all of us. Thank you very much. Arla?
I just want to thank you all for bringing this through this sweet woman, Kathleen. It is so wonderful to see her again, doing what it is that she is to do. I'm so full of love again. And actually, I haven't stopped being full of love, but it's like you get a booster shot when you come and be with everyone. But thank you so much for all that you have brought this evening. I'm not actually supposed to be here, but I snuck in here, so I hope to get to see you. Blessings.
We are going to leave you with another dose of light language, and then bring through our host, who is a bit emotional at the moment. So I'm asking the aspects of love to leave us with a final bit of energetic love for everyone here.
Thank you and welcome
Thank
back.
you. That was fabulous, Kathleen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen.
I wish to thank all of my people who came in and helped me. I'm overwhelmed. Does anybody have any questions of the human, Kathleen?
I would like to say huge thank you.
Thank you for this experience. I think that there's many changes that will happen from this. Changes happen all the time. But
Yes.
Well,
I'm very grateful for each and every one of you.
this is certainly empowering us to be more in the field of love and to realize more and more that these groups are happening everywhere. The movement, it may appear to be under the radar surface of the big guys, but this is the kind of stuff that is really changing the world that we're in. And we thank you for being such a great pioneer. Aspects of love to me is such a beautiful, beautiful energy. It's love consciousness. It's
Thank
love
you.
consciousness. So beautiful.
This is my honor.
Thank you.
I never expected this. Never.
Yeah.
But I'm joyful now.
Well, we're glad we could be part of it. And you can find more of Kathleen on her YouTube channel, Aspects of Love as well. And if she has any other information, she'll reach out to me and we'll make sure that that gets included in the YouTube posting of this. And thank you for bringing so many loving and joyous beings in such a short amount of time. It was just fantastic to watch and experience.
Thank you.